This is an incredibly amateur video about the Lenovo Thinkpad Z16. I just ordered it 2 days ago. Got it in the mail yesterday. Been messing around with it for a while. I haven't seen many videos on this machine for some reason. I figured they'd be all over the internet by now, but they're not. So I thought I'd talk about it. This is the 4K OLED screen. 2TB, 32GB of RAM. Right next to it is the Surface Book 2, 15-inch, that I've been using for a few years. Surface Book 2 has been pretty good, but that screen just constantly disconnects from the base. It's not a secure connection. So you're typing and it's on your lap, and you kind of breathe too hard and it shakes it a little and it disconnects and you can't use the keyboard. So I had to get something else. So I've used an X301 in the past, and I've loved it. It's been great. That keyboard is just excellent. X1 Carbon is also a pretty good keyboard, not as good. The Surface Book 2 keyboard, I didn't think I'd like, but it's not that bad. I wouldn't want to work 8 hours a day on it, but for kind of recreational purposes, I read a lot of PDFs, I do creative writing, I web surfing, stuff like that, entertainment stuff. It's been okay. And I think the Lenovo's keyboard is better than the Surface Books. And I think it's a little bit crisper than the X1 Carbons. I think I prefer it to that one. I don't prefer it to the X301, but it's not bad. It's not bad. The track point and those integrated buttons, I was ready to hate them, but also not bad. That click pad doesn't require a lot of force. So it's a pretty easy click there. There are some settings where you can increase the resistance of the click. It's not a huge difference, but some. So just based on your preferences. And the track point itself, it's that low profile, but there are enough speed and sensitivity settings you can get it going at enough speed to be useful. I find that when I'm using the track point and those integrated buttons, so I have my middle finger on the track point and my thumb on the track pad, and the left click is easy to reach, and the middle click for scrolling is easy to reach, but to get over to the right side, it's kind of a stretch because the trackpad is so wide. They make them so wide these days. So that's a little bit of a thing. The up and down arrow keys are actually bigger, I think, on the Lenovo than they are in the Surface Book. So the Surface Book, I just found those torture, the up and down. But the Lenovo, it hasn't been so bad. I think they're larger, so that's why. The speakers are probably not as good as a MacBook Pro. I've never heard those in person, but that seems to be the gold standard. I'm not really a bass head, so if good music means lots of bass, I'm not the best person to evaluate. I found the Surface Book 2 speakers to be pretty good. I've enjoyed those. They've been good. Not great. They're not like awesome, but they've been good. But these are much better on the Lenovo. Definitely a step up. Definitely a clear step up. Has an SD card slot. You kind of see there it sticks out about a third of the way. I kind of wish it went all the way in so you could just leave it in, not worry about it. But maybe one of these days, there's a little company, Base QI or something, and they made a little adapter for the Surface Book, because the Surface Book has an SD card slot, and the SD card stuck out, and they made a little adapter, so you put a micro SD card in that little adapter, and then the adapter fits into the body flush. So maybe they'll make something like that for the Lenovo. The fan noise, I was using it all day yesterday, just installing a bunch of software, just setting it all up, and the fan basically never ran. It ran when later on in the day, I started installing Windows updates, and the fan ran. And it wasn't like an annoying It was really a moving air sound. It wasn't that bad. But sometimes it would make like it would make this like almost exhaling like poof, poof. And I don't know if that's like a feature of it where it's programmed in there where it tries to maybe blow out a bunch of air and see if that gets the temperature down so it doesn't need to run. I don't know. I would need more experimentation on that. For battery life, so this comes with Lenovo Advantage Commercial. Right now it says it's at 73% and it has 4 hours and 6 minutes. It's at full brightness. And it's just sitting here, it's not doing anything. So if you start running that graphics processor, it's gonna drop. If you start running the regular processor, it's gonna drop faster than that. Overall, I'm happy with it. I was really ready to hate it. I didn't want to get a laptop. I was just so tortured by the constant disconnects of the Surface Book because I was like, you're doing something, and then all of a sudden the keyboard doesn't work, and it's like you have to hold your breath the whole time using it. So it was driving me crazy. So I wasn't really looking to buy something, but it was driving me nuts. And there's everyone's competing with Amazon Prime Day, so Lenovo had their 40% off, but then there's another coupon, Think Big Deals. You could stack it with the coupon, so you got an extra couple hundred off from there. So it wasn't the worst. I got about $400 or $500 off of the 2800 that they kind of listed at. So that's not too bad. So I'm pretty happy with it. More experimentation is required. It's been just over 24 hours. But yeah. So let me just check my notes here if I'm missing. Oh yeah, the PWM of the OLED screen. I guess I was concerned about that. But I really haven't had a problem. And I was staring at this thing all day yesterday. And it wasn't at full brightness, so it would be doing the flicker thing. But I didn't notice it. I didn't have any issues. No headaches, no eye strain. Nothing for me. Nothing for me. No unexpected reboots. I know some people have said theirs has been like rebooting on them. I haven't had that happen. So fingers crossed. Hopefully the folks who have had that happen, they can get another one and it works. Or maybe, I'm sure Black Friday there'll be big deals, big sales again. Maybe they'll have better luck then. So that's what I have. Thank you.